During his June 4th, 1972 Theology of Time lecture, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, and I quote him, "The sun is going down in the west. This teaching will raise a powerful sun and spirit of truth from this part of our planet by us, from whom God has raised. No more will you look toward the east after this for a light of truth to come. That light of truth, which the scientists of the East were not able to give you, will come from the West. That will change the disposition of worship. You won't look to the West, nor to the East, nor North and South for the wisdom. Everywhere you go, you will find it. The Bible says and prophesies of the truth in that day. It says, you shall no more go out to Jerusalem, Revelation chapter 3, verse 12, to the temple, or there at Jerusalem seeking God. But wherever you may be, you will be a temple yourself. Therefore, it won't be necessary to go to no certain place, pointing out a house with truth in it. You will be the truth." Think that over. The original man did not have organized farms, organized gardens, greenhouses like we do today. The original man and the original woman, they use natural flowers, natural fruits, natural fields. The earth was the home of Islam. They did not build churches. They did not have temples or mosques or masjids. They did not build synagogues or universities because the universe itself was their school. The 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth was their home. Everything that they needed was provided for them in the universal order of things. The sun not only gave them light, it gave them warmth, it gave them vitamins of life. The earth produced all of the minerals and nutrients that was necessary for the body temple. Yes, the body was the temple. The temple or the mosque or the masjid was not a place. It was a state of being. It was the temple of God, the temple of the goddess. It was just your human body. But the priests, as time went on, began to organize and structure things. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that 66 trillion years ago, when Granddaddy Shabazz made the mistake, the mathematical mistake, of thinking that he could force everybody to be the way he wanted them to be. And when he saw that his will was not mathematically sound, it caused him to become dissatisfied, and he decided or concluded that he would destroy all of the people and the planet Earth. We now have spirituality and organized religions. There are over 4,000 organized religions. Many of them overlap. Like the Bible manifests the Catholics and the Protestants. The Protestants are comprised of Jehovah's Witnesses, Christians, Mormons, Lutherans, what have you. It's the same thing with the Holy Quran. The Quran makes manifest not just the Sunnis, but also the Shia, the Ahmadiyya, the Hanafi, the Ansari. It also produces the Nation of Islam, the Moorish Americans, the 5%ers, what have you. There are different methods or schools of thought, and each has different places of worship. It may be a law school in Mecca. It may be the church. It may be the cathedral, the synagogue, the temple, the masjid, or the mosque. There may be the university, what have you. But these places do have their place. They do have their time. But none of them are part and parcel of the spiritual core, the original. None of them are part of the natural or the mathematical order of things. They were all established to try to help guide the 85% mentally dead masses, the mentally dead. The people who worship that which they knew not what. The people were easy to lead in the wrong direction, but hard to lead in the right direction. Sincere and dedicated and hard working and sacrificing 5%ers, poor righteous teachers, true and living gods, gave all they had and did all in their power to try to help the people to help themselves. The 10% likes to classify that which is natural, that which is wild, that which is not tamed, that which is not domesticated is considered savage, an outlaw, an outcast, weird. So when they see a natural lion doing natural things, they say, oh, that lion's a wild lion. But they stand up and applaud and they cheer when they see that domesticated lion in the circus or in the zoo. See, that lion will literally let you pet it. That lion will hop up on a stool and hop through a hoop. You see that wild lion putting a man's head in its mouth. And you say, oh my God, kill him, shoot him. Why? He's a wild lion. But that pet, that slave, that domesticated lion, oh, he's a good lion. He don't roar. Look at him in that zoo. Look at him in a circus. He let the master come in the ring and take his bare hands and stretch his mouth open. And master put his head inside the lion's mouth. And the lion didn't even bite it. Oh, he's such a good lion. He's so obedient. He's so disciplined. He's such a good slave, a house slave. He's such a good pet. Oh, I love that pet. I'll do it. I'll feed that pet. I'll clean that pet as long as it stay domesticated. But the moment it wakes up to its true and living nature and bees itself, it becomes my enemy. It can't stay in my house. I'm not going to recognize that wild lion. I'm going to recognize that domesticated lion. The mighty, mighty FOI, Fruit of Islam. The mighty, mighty MGT, Muslim Girls in Training. As long as they are good Muslims, obedient Muslims to Satan, not to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farid Muhammad, Satan is satisfied with them. Be like, oh, those FOIs, they not a threat to the powers that be. Those MGTs are not a threat. Just like the Christians, they simply teach Allah is a mystery God. Just like the Christians, they believe that those that are dead are still alive. Just like the Christians, they're looking for heaven somewhere in the sweet by and by. Just like the Christians, they recognize the devils as the gods and the gods as the devils. But Allah wants you to know there's no such thing as a weed. The weed is a classification of the devil. Every weed is a living wonder. There's a difference between wild flowers and natural flowers. There's a difference between the MGTs who follow the spiritual teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the MGTs that follow organized religions. There's a difference between the mighty FOI, who follow the spiritual teachings of Messenger Elijah Muhammad, and the FOIs that follow organized religions. Think that over, family. The struggle continues. Spiritually speaking, spiritual people are different from organized religious people. People that have knowledge are simply different from people who have belief. Those that move off of experience are different from those who move off of faith. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the 10% are the rich, the slave makers of the poor, who teach the poor lies, to believe that the almighty, true, and living God is a spook and cannot be seen by the physical eye. You see, the 10%, they're in it for the money. The Bible teaches us that the love of money is a root of all evil. Not necessarily the root, but it is a root, a serious root. Many people get deceived by the pomp and the glitter, the devil's flashing cameras, the spotlight. They want to be on the cover of the magazines and newspapers, and they want to be a big I instead of a little you. They want 1 million views, 1 million likes, and they want to get that social media spotlight. But the pomp and the glitter is simply symbolic of the fame and the fortune that comes with the deception of Satan. See, the devil uses tricknology. The devil won't just trick you. He'll give you some real knowledge. The trick is built on top of real knowledge. And many people see the real knowledge and they get deceived by that real knowledge. But Master Fard Muhammad asked us in our English lesson number C1, can the devil fool a Muslim? Not nowadays. But in the year 2025, we see many Muslims by nature being deceived, led astray, run amok by the tricknology of Dr. Yaqub Malik Shabazz. So the wildflowers are distinct from the greenhouse flowers. The wildflowers, they went through some things. They adapted, they adjusted. The acidic soil, the harsh weather, the droughts, the floods, the earthquakes. It mathematically bless those wildflowers to bloom. Nobody has to go out and water those flowers. But those greenhouse flowers, you got to be very careful how you tend to them. You got to be real careful how the temperature is in that greenhouse. You have to go in there and make sure none of the wild pests get in there. None of the wild insects, none of the molds and bacteria get in there. Too much water, too little water, too much light, not enough light, too much cold, too much heat. You got to treat those flowers delicately. You have to handle those type of fruit with care. They're very sensitive, very emotional. Their feelings may be hurt. But the natural fruit has its seed within, or within a hard shell. Like a peach seed has the seed inside a hard shell. But the apple seed is inside that apple. The orange seed is inside that orange. The strawberry seed is on the outside of the fruit. There's all types of fruit in the wild. Natural fruit, original fruit. By nature, fruit cannot soldier with fruit. Do not think you could take a spooky brother and have him soldier with a conscious brother. That spooky brother going to slow that conscious brother down. So the Holy Quran teaches us in Surah 18 of the Holy Quran that when Moses wanted to soldier with that wise man was like, you're not going to be able to understand the way I move, the way I soldier. And Moses was like, I'm going ahead and obey. Let me soldier with you. But of course, Moses was not ready to soldier with that wise man, with that green one, that true and living one. See, when you see a true and living God, you be thinking about your spooky Santa Claus and your holy roly Yahweh and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala somewhere in the sky, or Jesus up on top of the cirrus clouds or nimbus clouds coming back with some spooky stuff. It's hard for you to believe that Master Fard Muhammad was a man. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a man. I know many of you think that these men are coming to save you. However, the messenger's message guides us through this age of mess. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad revealed the sure truth, the ultimate truth. He said in Al Sayers Arrive in 1974, quote, Allah is all of us. He explained in Lost Found Muslim Lesson number 2 on February 20th, 1934, that the Holy Quran or Bible is made by the original people, who is Allah. There is no mystery God. There is no mystery temple. There's no mystery masjid. There's no mystery mosque. There's no mystery church. There's no mystery cathedral. There's no mystery synagogue. They are all reflections of the thoughts of the true and living God, the black man of Asia. But today, the symbols, the signs, the rituals are fading because the true and living gods are being made manifest today. The people are finally waking up. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, and Al Sayers Arrive in 1974, I can show you my God. Show me yours. There's a difference between wild fruit and laboratory fruit, or wild fruit and greenhouse fruit. Think that over. There's a difference between wild flowers and greenhouse flowers. Now, there are many laboratory fruits that are good. There are many cultivated and organically farmed and greenhouse grown fruits and flowers that are beautiful and delicious to taste. But there's nothing like the original. But the reality is, you must save yourself. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in 1972 in the Theology of Time, we must become self-saviors. For now, the struggle continues. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, hotep, assalamu Allah, whatever way you want to say peace. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. I'm your brother in the struggle for peace, truth, reality, freedom, justice, and equality. Brother Minister Alifullah.